What's up, guys? Hope you guys are having a wonderful and magnificent day. Your boy is back with another tier list video, but this one is a special one. We're going to be ranking every single anime I've seen to completion or enough of to where I can feel like I can rank them on its tier list. There are going to be a few animes in here where I, never finish, but I feel comfortable ranking them. And I left out any anime that I just tried for a few episodes and then just wasn't into because I don't feel like it's fair for me to rank those. And lastly, there are going to be a few animes in here that I don't remember super well because I finished them as a child, but we're going to be doing the best that we can with those, but I have this separate tier just for that. But yeah, before we get started, make sure you guys hit the like button and the subscribe button if you love me, because I love you. And also, we've been growing so much and so fast lately. Thank you so much. We are well on our way to 6,000 subscribers. You guys mean the world to me. And make sure you guys comment down below whatever you guys think are your favorite animes, either on this list or if I'm missing any that I need to watch myself. Yeah, because at the end of the day, this is just a tier list video, and it's just my opinions. And my opinion is always right. No, I'm just playing. No, it's favorite animes are such a hard thing to rank because everybody has such different tastes. It's like ranking movies and stuff, but this is just gonna be my list. So here we go. So, all right, so here we have the tier list. I have the ranks as the goated animes. We have the best, great, good, and mid. The reason I'm not going to have a bad section is because if I even watch this anime at least a season through, there's no way that it could be just absolute garbage. And we might change that. I might end up adding an anime, but we'll see. Or adding a list for that. But so far, I have it at the lowest as mid. And then I have a don't remember enough tier because, there's going to be a few animes that I watched as a kid, especially on like Toonami on Cartoon Network that I just never I just can't remember super well. And I'll put those here because it's unfair for me to rank. But yeah, actually, I feel weird having this one green. Let's move this to blue. There we go. I have 35 animes here that I have completed or feel confident enough to rank. And yeah, we're going to start, and it's alphabetical. So let's get it. All right. First one, Attack on Titan. Do I even need to talk too much about Attack on Titan? Attack on Titan is one of those weird animes where when it released, I watched it late. I watched it when there was already 2 or 3 seasons out on Netflix specifically, which means that it's even delayed from Crunchyroll and other apps. And I remember being in college, I watched Attack on Titan, and I was like, oh, that's a really good anime. And then I fell off. I just, college got the best of me, and I never really finished it until literally this year. I watched the last 3 seasons and was like, oh my god, I see the hype. And it's one of those few animes where the hype actually matches the anime itself. Very extremely well written, beautiful anime, and I'm already gonna put this in the best section. It's pretty obvious. I mean, it's Attack on Titan. Like, how can you not put it in anything besides best? I could maybe see the lowest someone can rank this as great, but it's either best or someone's goated anime, in my opinion. It's just an objectively great anime. I mean, fucking racism. You're talking about racism in anime, and then you're tying it to this crazy story about like these kids, and it's so good. If you haven't seen it, just go ahead and watch it. Do yourself a favor. I don't even want to ruin anything. Amazing anime. All right, Bakugan. Oh my god, you guys remember this? Let me zoom in more just in case if you guys can't see some of these because I know their titles are small. So we got Bakugan, and Bakugan is a very goofy anime. Actually, it's not even didn't make much of a difference. But Bakugan is an anime that was on Toonami in 2007 or something like that. And this was during the craze of like all toys. And so at first, anime came out, and of course anime was really big in America. Not as big as it is now. It's massive now. But back then, one of the biggest money-making animes was Yu-Gi-Oh! And Yu-Gi-Oh! Became a card game, and the card game itself was making so much money off of just sales of cards. Then that evolved to like Duel Masters. They were trying to emulate the Yu-Gi-Oh! Success. And then there was toys that would come out, and Bakugan is similar to that. They wanted to do their own twist on the Yu-Gi-Oh! Hype, where there is cards, but there was also these little toys that you would roll out. Let me see if I can search it up so for people who didn't remember Bakugan. And so, like, the toys literally looked like this. Oh, this is the OG dragon. And you would roll it out, and it would have to, like, land on the magnetic card, and it, like, comes out. Yeah, it's really weird. But there was a whole anime for it. I think there was, like, 3 or 4 seasons. It was fine. It obviously was trying to follow the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trope a little too hard. I think it's, if you were to watch it now, you're going to think it's mid, because it's not a great anime. I almost want to put it in bad, but I'd put it in mid. It's probably going to be the lowest of mid so far. It's just... it's a kid's anime. I mean, it's fine, is what I'm gonna say. All right, next we got Black Clover. If you guys know me, or any of my anime videos, you guys have probably known that I've mentioned Black Clover many times. I think it is the most underrated anime of all time. Yes, I understand there's certain people out here that doesn't like the classic Naruto style shonen, and that's fine. If you don't like that, this anime is not for you. But for most people and intellectual people, most people who like shonen, Black Clover is just amazing. I fell in love with the characters. This is my like tried and true most underrated anime. I'm going to go ahead and put this in the best section. This is going to be tough. I think objectively, if we're just talking overall writing, obviously Attack on Titan is going to be out Black Clover. However, this is my tier list, and I'm going to rank these based on what I like the most. I liked Black Clover more just because I found myself so attached to these characters, especially that of Asta, Yami, and most of the Black Bulls characters. I was just really pulling for them. It's a lighthearted and fun anime with also very slightly dark undertones, where Attack on Titan is just well written. I mean, Attack on Titan is like, if how I would describe it is, personally, I like Black Clover more, but if I was going to recommend someone who is new to anime, I'm going to recommend them Attack on Titan, because Attack on Titan is just way better written. But personally, I just like Black Clover. All right. Yeah, I'm going to get so much hate for that. I already know. Go ahead. Cancel me. Go ahead. But I mean, you guys can't get mad. It's just my personal opinion. All right, now we move on. Blue Lock. Get ready to get canceled, Loon, because I know there are some hardcore Blue Lock fans. I have only seen one season, and I'm going to be honest. Wait, is there even a second season? Oh, there's not even a second season yet. It's about to release. There's not even a second season yet. And sorry, my camera went wonky for a bit. But yeah, I saw the first season. I almost practically finished it. I kind of skimmed through it, I'm going to be honest. I started falling out because, to me, the anime just was a little bit too predictable. And I don't really like predictable, bruh. That's why I didn't like the show You on season 4. I was able to predict everything. It's fine. I get if certain people like it. I'm going to put it in mid. If you really like sports animes, maybe you'll like this one. I just, for some reason, I feel like the concept was so brilliant, and then they just delivered in a way that was just so predictable. Like, I was able to predict everything in the season 1. Or not everything, but most parts. And yeah, but the concept's cool. Like, having like that single dream striker and everything. But yeah, mid. Sorry. Maybe it goes in good, but personally, I put it in mid. All right, we got Bobobo. No, it's Bobobo. Wow, that's really hard. I just keep going Bobobo. If you guys didn't know, Bobobo was a very fun, goofy, literally stupid ass anime. Let me search up Bobobo for you guys. So it's this dude who literally uses his nose hairs as his power, and then there's like the sun guy and this blue dude. It's really wacky. If you want to watch something where you just feel like you're on like mushrooms for half the anime, it's this one. And there's like in the middle of the episodes there'll be like game shows and stuff. It'll be like, oh, this is a sudden game show. Yeah, it had like such wonky writing and yet so goofy. I'd put it above Bakugan. It's still a mid anime to me because I wouldn't recommend it for anyone. It's just so wonky. It's funny though. It's funny. I never like fully finished it because it's one of those animes that like when it was on Toonami, I would be like, all right, I guess I'll watch it. But yeah, not gonna go out of my way or anything crazy. All right, we got Chainsaw Man. Ooh, Chainsaw Man's tough because there's only been one season, and hopefully, the studio Mappa and the motherfuckers been grinding. Because there was hella stuff going on. I mean, they also had like Vinland Saga and Jujutsu Kaisen. But Chainsaw Man hopefully comes out with a season 2. Chainsaw Man season 1 was very great in terms of a opening season for an anime. I'm very excited for what's to come, and I think it's pretty coolly written and well adapted. Also, the concept is very brilliant as well. I'm gonna put anime. I said Chainsaw Man. I said anime. Oh, by the way, if you guys haven't realized by now, I'm not ranking these based on manga. I'm ranking this purely on anime. I don't read manga. I just watch anime, so it's a good time for me to mention that. Yeah, Chainsaw Man, great. Actually, is it good? I'm gonna put it in great for now, but it might downgrade to good. Its battles were pretty sick. I'm gonna leave it there for right now. Right, Dragon Ball. We got OG Dragon Ball. So this one's tough for me to rank because I watched this when I was a mere child. you know? I say child like here. I never actually grew. I stayed the same height my whole life. No, Dragon Ball is so old school, and my sister used to watch this with me, and she's like 10 years older than me. It's crazy to think about. It's a good anime. It paved the way, you know, all of Dragon Ball Z and GT and all that. It paved the way for other animes for sure. Now, here's my critique, and I know I'm gonna have all of the freaking Mexican cartel hating me because I know they love DBZ, and I know I'm gonna have a lot of haters for this. Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball and GT doesn't hold up well in today's era, because if you were to rewatch it, and I've tried rewatching. I rewatched the Cell Saga, which is literally my favorite saga. It is so dragging and long in terms of the fight. Like, obviously when we were kids, we were like, oh, Kamehameha, like those super sick, right? But dude, if you watch it now, it takes like 4 episodes to even get into the fight, and then while it's into the fight, you only get like, it drags on to another 8 episodes, and yeah, it's a lot. I would say Dragon Ball is slightly paced better. Actually, no. I mean, DBZ is the most classic. I'm gonna put Dragon Ball at good because of nostalgia. No, I feel weird putting Blue Lock there. No, I'm gonna put it in good. No, I'm putting good. Okay. Yeah, sorry. But GT. I mean, GT's kind of the same. I feel like I'm gonna rank Dragon Ball Z the highest because of like iconicness, but they're all just right here. I mean, they're borderline mid animes, guys. I might downgrade them to mid. We'll see. It's just nostalgia factor. I feel like I have to put them a little bit higher than Blue Lock and stuff, because these are like, you know, some of the OG animes. Yeah, I'm okay with that. All right, Death Note. Oh my God, Death Note was one of those animes where I watched actually later than most people, and it was brilliant, but it overdue its stay. It should have ended with L. Like, it should have just ended in that, or like you write off the main character with that. Oh, by the way, spoiler alerts on a lot of the shit I'm gonna be talking about. This is your chance to tune out if you haven't seen certain animes. But yeah, Death Note, I think with L would have been a great ending, but they just had to keep it going on. And then obviously the ending was like, whoa, but like they shouldn't have kept it going on. It should have ended after that. But up to that point, very well written, amazing characters, brilliant concept, and it was a short anime, easy to watch. I'm gonna put it at the end of great. If it had ended at the L stuff, it would be in best easily. But that last bit was boring as hell. All right, Demon Slayer. Love me some Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer is that anime that truly embodies a shonen and is not afraid of just doing everything that a shonen should just do. It doesn't go out of the way to be like different in any way. I mean, obviously there are different things in it, but it hits every anime trope, but it hits it so fucking well in terms of shonens that it's just amazing. Action, brilliant. The freaking animation itself, amazing. Characters, awesome. Power system, pretty simple, but easy. Cool, nice. Easy anime to recommend to people too. Like Demon Slayer, very great. And it's almost ending already, which is, it's not going to overdo its stay, I think. It's one of those well-written animes from beginning to end. I think the only thing I have to critique Demon Slayer is Season 3. Season 3 wasn't the best. And then also Season 4 was, I mean, it's the Hashira training arc. I can't really say too much about that because it's literally a training arc. But yeah, brilliant anime. It's going to go in the best section for me. Oh, this is hard. Between Demon Slayer and Attack on Titan's tough. Attack on Titan's better written, for sure. I like Demon Slayer's characters more. I'm putting Demon Slayer right there. I mean, these are like practically tied. I don't know how I'm going to rank these two against each other. But yeah, I love Demon Slayer. Inosuke. Fun fact, he's my favorite character. All right, next one. Duel Masters. Okay, you know what? I am going to make a new section. I feel like it's only fair. All right, I've made a new section, mainly for Duel Masters. Duel Masters is so bad. I don't know how to say this. I don't remember much about it besides the card game itself, but I remember how poorly written it was. It was just so hard to keep up with. And if you watch, I remember watching someone break down Duel Masters, and it refreshed my memory of Duel Masters. It was just a wonky ass anime, bro. There was nothing really like stand out for it. And even now, like, I guess I don't remember it enough, but I remember it being bad. So I'm gonna leave it there. It's probably gonna be our only anime in bad, and I only finished it purely because I had the card game. But yeah, and we move on. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Oh, so easy for me to rank. Going in the best section. This one's gonna go. I feel like if it goes higher, it would have to go higher than both of these. For me, I'm going to put it right behind Attack on Titan and Demon Slayer, but these are all interchangeable right here. I mean, I get it if you're into one over the other. I mean, these are all brilliant animes. It's all personal preference at this point in terms of shonen. I'll move the top 3 to go to in the end of the video, but yeah, Full Metal Alchemist, Brotherhood, brilliantly written. I'm so glad they did Brotherhood versus the OG Full Metal Alchemist. I couldn't rank the OG Full Metal because I never really finished it because I fell off because it was a little bit draggy and boring. But Brotherhood was well-paced, brilliant. I mean, talk about a sad anime when you're a kid, man. I remember watching it when I was younger, but then really finishing it as an adult. And God, it was so well-written. And you really fall for the Elric brothers and the story of them trying to, you know, just revive their mother. And great story. Also, great ending. A lot of twists and turns and brilliant collaboration battles. Yeah, very cool powers, too, with alchemy. The rule of equivalent exchange. Love it. Putting them in best. All right, Gundam. All right, I'm putting this in don't remember because I used to watch a lot of Gundam as a kid. Like, a lot. And I just, for some reason, don't remember anything about Gundam, like the actual anime, besides playing with the toys. I was also like a mere baby. A mere little baby. So, putting him there. Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. Why is it so high? I'll rank Yu-Gi-Oh's together later. Oh, there's 2 Yu-Gi-Oh! GXs. Oops, by accident. Yeah, we'll do that later. All right, we got Haikyuu. Haikyuu is actually a current anime that I'm watching. I have only on season 2 right now, and it is already amazing. I can predict this. Don't base my ranking purely for this one because I can predict this ending up in the top tier. But for right now, I love Haikyuu, and I'm really enjoying watching it. Season 1 was great. Season 2 has been awesome so far. I'm going to put Haikyuu actually above Chainsaw Man. It is a slice of life. It's probably one of the only slice of life animes that will be on this list because I usually just watch shonen, but this one did it just so well. Like, I love that it's not super power up-y and stuff like Blue Lock, and it's also well written. You feel wholesome as hell during the whole fucking anime. Like, I also want, after watching this, I've been playing volleyball too with like this volleyball group. So like every time I would watch them talk about terms, I'm like, whoa, this is what a libero is. And by the way, I totally want to be a libero. Super cool, super great anime. Yeah, very fun. I'm putting it right there. All right, Hamtaro. Hamtaro is the cutest fucking anime ever. But with that being said, it is not a great anime. It's an anime for kids. I mean, I'm putting it in the end of mid. I mean, technically, I would never watch it again, so I should probably put it in bad. But I'm putting it in mid. Actually, you know, I'm putting it in don't remember because I feel like I don't remember all the scenes besides like the cuteness of the show. Because I literally watched this when I was 4 and 5 years old. So yeah. I don't feel like it's fair for me to rank Hamtaro, but I do have a Hamtaro tattoo because it's super cute. Hunter x Hunter, let's go. One of the best. I mean, this has got to be a